This year on Valentine's Day, my girl surprised me with a watch that I've been wanting for a while now, and she knew that I wanted it because she saw one of my live streams where I talked about it with you guys. Now, we've taken a look at pictures of this online, but I've never actually gotten to own one, and I'm talking about my new G-Shock Mudman GW9500-3. Now, this is obviously designed for extreme conditions. This is the latest iteration of the Mudman. So, of course, it's got the G-Shock legendary durability, but this one's packing even more functionality in an even more wearable case. So let's go ahead and break down what makes this watch special. And also I'm going to share with you one kind of big drawback that might be a deal breaker for some of you guys. So let's go ahead and tell the time. It is 3:04 p.m. Let's get down to business. So right out of the box, this Mudman is a beast, okay? The case is crafted from resin and some bio-based materials. It's gonna feel like most of the other G-Shocks that you've owned, but this one feels a little bit more solid. So, of course, this is in the Master of G line, so this is one of the, quote, higher-end G-Shocks, though we've taken a look at some crazy expensive G-Shocks. This one on the Casio website is listed at $380, but you can actually find it brand new gray market for a little less than that. This one's actually fairly light at 81 grams, so it's, you know, a larger watch, but it's not going to feel like a huge puck on your wrist. Now, this is actually a bit slimmer and more wearable than previous G-Shock Mudmans. This is 56.7 millimeters by 52.7 millimeters and 14.8 millimeters thick, which is surprisingly wearable. Like when I put this on, I was actually very surprised how flat it lays on my wrist. So now I'm going to talk to you about the functionality and the features, and one big drawback. Okay, so this has that tough solar, so you're not going to have to worry about battery change. Just go ahead and leave this out by a windowsill or something if you need to charge it up, or just wear it day to day. It's got that multi-band 6 atomic timekeeping, and it's got the triple sensor technology. So you get an altimeter, a barometer, and a thermometer, along with a digital compass. And for someone like me who likes camping and, when I was a bit healthier, I would go hiking and stuff, it kind of just fits in my lifestyle. And of course, as I said earlier, it is a G-Shock, so you're getting the 200-meter water resistance rating, the alarms, the timers, the chronograph, the world time. It does it all. Now, here's where we get to the big drawback, okay? It's negative display. And I know I've complained about negative displays in the past with you guys, but this one has to be the worst negative display I've encountered. When we took it out of the case, Sammy was kind of worried, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, did I get you like a broken one?" And I had to explain to her, this is actually one of the most common things people complain about this specific watch. And we've reviewed some of the other, the fitness G-Shocks. The reference number escapes me right now, but that had a negative display, and it was actually pretty vibrant. The contrast was quite good. For some reason, the contrast on these, it's like the first thing people mention when you look this up online. For some reason, they just made the contrast not very good with this watch. So if you're someone who doesn't want to deal with that, or perhaps you have poor eyesight, you might want to choose one of the other Mudman offerings with the positive display with much better contrast. Now, this does have a backlight with auto backlight if you so choose, and that helps out a lot. Now, I've never been in a situation where I couldn't tell the time, but it is probably a deal breaker for some of you guys out there. So I've only had this watch for a few weeks, and I've been wearing it pretty much daily. I can tell you I'm in love with it. I'm happy that it's not nearly as expensive as some of the other Master of G-Shocks. Like, for instance, when my Mudmaster came out, the triple sensor Mudmaster, the analog, that one was like $750 or something MSRP, and this one, again, MSRP is like $380. So, moving in the right direction, but you don't even have to pay that. You can find it brand new for a little less if you do some digging. So this is absolutely an ideal watch for someone who wants extreme durability, reliability, wants a G-Shock, but with some extra bells and whistles. I think this is great. Or if you're someone like me that just wants a really cool everyday piece and you don't want to break the bank, Casio is God tier, and this currently is my favorite G-Shock. So in the comment section below, let me know what you think about my new G-Shock Mudman GW9500-3. Is this a watch you would wear, or is the negative display just too much of a deal breaker for you? Alright guys, I will catch you on the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time, I just tell it.